there's a lot of pouring that takes place. And what I do is I'll put down wet oil pigment like this, and then I'll take varnishes and thinners and pour. And a lot of that wet pigment will carry through it, almost like rivers, little rivers of pigment. And people always ask, do you know what the painting is going to look like when you start? I have no idea. In the long run, it's about taking a chaotic bunch of gestures and colors and movements and begin purifying that. If there's something I don't like this is very dirty. And if there's something that I'm not happy with, I purify it until I'm fine with that area. That area is fine. This area is fine, but there's something over here that stands out and bothers me. And so it's about cleaning up those messes in order to arrive at a state of resolve is really what completes a painting. And when there's nothing else that sticks out and bothers me in what's happening, that's when you stop. You can see that it crusts over, and the older that the varnish gets, the yellower it gets darker, and that amber color really works well in what I do. I don't know if that's going to pour for me or not. Who would think something that old and crusty becomes a work of art? Come on, baby. Come on. Pretty unscientific. But as Alden Dow always said, where there's art, there's science, and where there's science, there's art. And the art is feeling, and the science is fact. And it's a merging of facts and feelings to create anything of value. And that's what Alden Dow always said. Hard to explain, but it's really what it's all about. Create a machine made out of all kinds of colors and movements and gestures and areas of high contrast versus less contrast. And then, of course, when I pour the pigment, when I pour the varnishes or solvents into that wet pigment, it really moves them around, and I'll tilt it this way or tilt it this way. And I got blocks that I can do that with. And so I'll pour, and it begins to move, and I can go up and watch a football game, And every half hour I come down and make sure everything's happening, and I go, well, that's gonna destroy an area that I don't want manipulated, and so I'll tilt it this way, or I'll tilt it this way. Through the course of a day, I'm not down here painting, but I'm here painting because I come down every 20, 30 minutes and say, okay, ooh, that's got to come down. And so that's kind of the little process that goes by. Now, I say I go out and watch a football game. Well, there's other times I'm down here for hours at an end, hours at a time. So, here's another one that isn't quite finished. I just got to fix this little area of where the geometry is in there. The structural geometry area needs to be finished in here. But nice soft color. They're reminiscent to me of interpretations of what the sky might look like, interpretations of how the sky is infinite, you know,